Welcome to another more spooky-themed video. I'm going to skip any sort of formal introduction and get right into the subject matter of today's video. I did a lot more research than I have on my other videos for this, namely because I actually know quite a bit about the other subjects I have talked about, or at least I like to think so. I had a good deal of external help for this video, which I would like to go ahead and thank my friends for telling me quite a bit of things I didn't know before. Now, I know sonik.exe is riddled with, well, more than enough controversies in its own community than I would prefer to talk about in this video. However, I will bring it up when I need to, but other than that, I will be judging the works I talk about in this video entirely detached from their creators, unless I deem it important to bring up. I am here to talk about sonik.exe as a work of fiction, and its impact on the internet rather than its community. This video serves as me looking into something I initially did not like at all, to try and see what people enjoyed about it, to not only challenge my already long-standing beliefs about the product of sonik.exe and its fan work surrounding it, not being that high of quality. And a little spoiler, my beliefs did change. Also, embarrassingly enough, if this video does end up coming out later than I anticipated, it is entirely because I was playing Zenless Zone Zero rather than recording this voiceover. Anyways, with that out of the way, I will begin. Now, if you're watching this video, you've probably already heard, played, read, or watched the original sonik.exe game, so I'll only be giving an extremely brief summary of it here. As everybody knows, the original Sonic.exe creepypasta is just a kid playing a haunted copy of the original Sonic game, watching Tails, Knuckles, and of course, Eggman get brutally murdered before turning around to see a Sonic plush bleeding on his bed that wasn't there before. Honestly, the story itself, quite frankly, is laughable, but the story is just about the least interesting thing about Sonic.exe. Its impact on internet horror as a whole is far more intriguing to me. However, when you talk about sonik.exe, its creator JC the Hyena always ends up coming up in discussion, as he was exposed for doing some rather horrible things back in 2021, such as being an abusive boyfriend, manipulator, doing sexual roleplays or ERPs with minors. However, what I'm more interested in is the removal of the original sonik.exe creepypasta, for not, quote, meeting the quality standards, which is funny to me considering the bar is already really low for creepypastas. However, in response, JC then decided to go on a long-winded rant/meltdown on his Furfinity account, which just the name of that website reminds me of my own lost Furfinity account from when I was younger. Anyways, that's besides the point. Ironically, one of the easiest things to find out about JC is the rant he went on after it was taken down, in which I will now read an excerpt from. As you can see, I am furious with the fact that my masterpiece, which has won the hearts of millions and made a massive impact on the internet, is being brought down by a bunch of jealous, arrogant, furry haters. Later, JC apologized in an interview saying he went a little bit overboard. And I would agree, he went very overboard. He didn't go a little overboard. There is also sequels to Sonic.exe created by JC, such as Sonic.exe 2, which was scrapped, Sonic.exe Round 2, and a remake of the original 2011 creepypasta titled Sonic.exe The Remake. All of these are quite awful quality. Yes, I have read through them, and they are simply dreadful. However, that's enough about JC and the original Sonic.exe creepypasta. Sonic.exe has quite the impact on the internet. From memes, to fanworks, to parodies, to terminologies and cliches, it has touched just about every corner of the internet at this point. Sonic.exe as an idea has created either some really impressive fan works, or some questionable ones at best. Now, obviously, the most well-known subsection of Sonic.exe fan works, in my opinion, are the Friday Night Funkin' mods, which there are a lot of. So, I'm going to list some notable ones off right here, rapid-fire style. Here we go. Sonic.exe Confronting Yourself, Sonic Legacy, Mario's Madness, which could be argued to be .exe inspired mod, versus Sonic.exe, versus Rewrite Round 2, Sonic.exe Round of Despair, and there are so many more that I just could not mention. On a technical level, all of these mods are very impressive. The art is good, the songs are good, with a real standout to me being the song Sunshine from versus Sonic.exe. Now, of course, FNF mods are not the only thing that have come out of Sonic.exe. There are also plenty of creepypastas, of course, ARGs, and fan games. Now, I will say, a majority of Sonic.exe is really not that scary to me. I think some of the designs are really cool, and I think some others are not my favorite. My personal favorite Sonic.exe design, however, is that of No More Innocence. His design's actually kind of intimidating to me. And even if it wasn't, it still just looks really cool. Most Sonic.exe's designs I cannot just take seriously due to the fact that it's, well, still Sonic no matter which way you take it, and some of them look a far less scary and more over the top to me. But that's just my own opinion. I also quite like the Sonic Childhood Has Passed design. I think it looks quite nice, and I also quite enjoy the story associated with it. So I urge you to go read the original story, so I will link it at the top of the description of this video. Happy reading. Whether you like it or not, Sonic.exe, or the .exe genre, has possibly touched just about every fandom at one point or another, including Toy Story somehow. It's hard to understate just how much of a reach Sonic.exe has had. If you've been on the internet for any amount of time, you've probably come across something like Sonic.exe, or something related to it, or maybe even something that was inspired by it to a degree. I don't think Sonic.exe's original creator could have ever foreseen the impact his one work would have made on the entire internet, and he made it all the way back in 2011. Now, I can't tell you how he feels about all of this, as his accounts are practically wiped off of the face of the internet, thus finding things that he has said very hard. Except for a handful of screenshots, of course. And regardless of Sonic.exe's quality, it remains as an inspiration to artists, writers, content creators, and many more, with many of them going on to work on art projects involving the Haunted Hedgehog. Despite all of the controversies to come out of Sonic.exe, the talent it has helped improve, and the impressive projects that have coincided with it, it can't really be understated. Regardless of the quality of the art, it is the beginning of some young artists' careers, and I can't say that a lot of other properties have inspired other people, like this one silly story on the internet of a haunted Sonic copy, or Sonic as a whole, really. With all of the negatives that are there, which believe me, for the past week I've been researching this, I have seen quite a lot of, I would like to say, to end this on a more positive note, that Hedgehog has had one positive impact. Hey, before I end the video, I'm recording this after I just woke up, but, after the next video, I will be taking a 2-week hiatus to move, and I will finally be getting a better space to record videos and all. So, I will also probably be investing in a better microphone. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Have a great rest of your day.